You are listening to the Soul Ascension Show with angel healing founder Calista. Welcome into our sacred space where you can truly be your radiant self. It's time to get inspired, to get creative, to be who you came here to be. Rise and shine. All is here for you.
Welcome, beautiful souls, to the Soul Ascension Show with me, your host, Calista. It feels so good to be here once more. These last 2 weeks have been so shifting, so much taking place, and seeing that a lot in the community as well. It felt really right that the theme today should be about balance. How to achieve balance and maintain that harmony in our energy, our thoughts, our actions, the choices that we take, as we ascend into the potential that we were born with. In life, we are either flowing forward or in a state of resistance to our guiding current. Often this can come from hanging out too much in the light or too much in the dark, in a state that has along the way pushed us off kilter. In this podcast, I'm hoping to bring tools that we can use in every area of our life to instill balance. What I mean by balance is alignment, is love, is acceptance. When you are one with your source, one with God, one with your divinity, one with your potential, whatever you would like to term that higher ineffable power within yourself. I'll be drawing from my own experiences in the podcast, as well as calling forward Archangel Cassiel, the angel of transcendence and balance, to add a little of her perspective and take us on a journey. I'm not particularly sure where that journey is going to go. She's not unveiled that yet. We will just go into it probably half an hour into the podcast. Cassiel and Lady Serenity are two sides of one angelic coin. They are a lesser known angel, but swiftly bringing more presence in to our awareness as more souls choose to ascend their whole consciousness, not just that easy, soft, light, fluffy side. So before we go into the podcast, I'm just going to pause for a moment. I'm going to light my candle and I'm going to invoke Cassiel and Lady Serenity and your guides just to be present. And if you're here in this podcast today, either live in retrospect, it's okay if you don't believe in angels or you don't believe in spirit guides. You're here and that's all that matters. There'll be something, a gem, a jewel, a realization. There'll be something in this podcast that has attracted you. So just be open. I often share radical new ideas, dispel a lot of beliefs about a lot of old ways of being, especially in spirituality. So just remain open to what's highest and best, and whatever is shared, if it's not for you, that's okay. You don't have to believe it. It's just a pleasure for you to be here. And I'm going to ask Archangel Cassiel just to ensure that everything that comes to us and through us is only of the best, highest divine light and love for us at this time. Thank you, and so it is. Okay, beautiful souls, so on with the show. Within us lays two opposing forces, one light, one dark, one the hero and one the destructor. As an old Cherokee chief shared as he was teaching his grandson about life, "A fight is going on inside me," he said to the boy. "It's a terrible fight, and it's between two wolves. One wolf is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, arrogance, pride, doubt, ego. The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, humility, kindness, empathy, truth, compassion, and faith. And that same fight is going on inside you, and inside every other person too." The grandson thought about this for a minute, and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old chief simply replied, "The one that you feed." And I love the imagery that this quote invokes. I can see those two wolves, and for many years they certainly did battle within me. But looking now through perhaps a different perspective, do we have to fight different parts of our being? Is it really highest and best for us just to choose one aspect and neglect another aspect? Is this what we need to maintain balance in our life? I don't believe so. I think we can expand on this premise, which is fantastic, but in order to maintain balance, a happy, whole, loving life, I feel that we must both accept the yin and yang forces, those two wolves, but reconcile them both. Let them both meet each other as friends in order to live in harmony. So do you feel that you're in balance right now? In your mind, body, emotions or energy? And if not, what areas of your life do you feel you need to harmonize? Or what wolf do you choose to feed the most? Many light workers are just that, workers expressing just their light. They may shine into the world one side, but within there might be a struggle within them. Many are healers to others, yet have personal ailments that they can't shift. Some are teachers that support others to grow while they neglect their own path. Perhaps this sounds familiar. For years I lived only in the light. I had worked through many layers of myself and decided no, I only want to see the light within me and the light in others. And for years this served me until I hit a ceiling that I could not for the life of me move through. I asked my soul, my guides, my angels to help me to see what I was missing. And they reflected back areas of myself that I was denying. They guided me to study Kundalini Yoga, and when I was strong enough to do a vision quest, to meet face on the darker aspects of my being that I had so long ignored. From then on snowballed the last 2 years of intense growth and realizations. And I realized that I was only living half my truth. I took off those rose-tinted glasses and nakedly stood to face myself, all facets of myself, bringing a voice to my darker aspects and using my light as a compassionate salve to heal what was needed. And I could see myself, perhaps for the first time, and I was shining. Looking back, I realized how unearthed I was. I didn't live in my body. I was up there in the clouds playing away with spirit, only expressing the light side of creation, the light side of myself. Like many souls, I was expressing my higher chakras only. I only accepted the light and wanted nothing to do with the ugly side of others or my own inner shadows. A former student and friend of mine said to me recently how she enjoys my teachings, that my perceptions are very down to earth and practical, no airy-fairiness needs applied. She said to me she has seen many spiritual teachers taking folks on cosmic journeys only to return them to the same point where they started, that they skim the surface and don't go deep, perhaps because they don't go deep within themselves. And I smiled at this as I knew exactly what she meant. Many souls do love living in their spacecrafts, don't they? They seek escapism from their lives and whatever suffering that they may be carrying. But this is not spiritual development, nor ascension. It is merely entertainment, and perhaps a cheap show at that. A well-known spiritual teacher said to me a few years ago that she doesn't ground herself. She failed to see the point of coming into her body anymore if she was channeling spirit in each moment. In my ignorance, I looked up to her. I thought she had ascended so much that she didn't need to touch the earth, and how amazing that was. I followed her example for a few months and became so unearthed in myself that I did not have a grasp on reality. I literally was not in this physical world anymore. And because of it, became unwell. I picked up entities left, right and centre, and looking back, I lost a lot of friends because I literally was not on their frequency anymore. And I think they thought I was a bit mental in a lot of ways as well. Being on Earth all the time may have served her, but from my perspective, it really didn't suit me. It didn't feel right. And through my balanced eyes now, I see that she had fell into an ego trap that seems to ensnare a lot of souls when they transit from the third, material-only world into the awakened planes of the fourth dimension. And to be honest, I feel that she thought she was living in the enlightenment of the fifth dimension, perhaps higher. But you know, when you anchor yourself in this expanded, aware reality, that you have to be anchored, tethered as much to the earth as to the cosmos. Then, and only then, can we live in balance. And this reminds me of a quote from Osho that speaks, "Happiness is like a tree going into the sky, and sadness is like the roots going down into the womb of the earth. Both are needed, and the higher the tree goes, the deeper it goes. The bigger the tree, the bigger will be its roots. In fact, it's always in proportion. That's its balance." And how true that is. Looking at the tall pine trees in my garden right now, they are so high in the sky. Their branches are extending out, reaching out to all that is. But if they had little roots, small roots, they couldn't connect to the earth. They couldn't even stand up. They would just topple over. So life needs a balance between depth and height. And when we're ready to embody that, is when we're ready to walk onto our golden path of ascension, liberating our whole consciousness, not just one aspect of it. So we could say that to master ourselves, to become the master that we're destined to become, we must open ourselves in all directions, liberating our growth into the sky to meet our light, as much as liberating our growth into the earth to meet our darkness, and loving both equally. For example, many souls love to hang out in their higher chakras, meditating and meeting spirit guides, but are they equally at home traversing through their lower chakras, perhaps meeting their sorrow, loving their sorrow, as much as they love their ability to see spirit? You don't see that, do you? Come to these psychic development classes to meet your sorrow guide. And I know that might sound a little bit out there, but I was a sleeping beauty, to all of this. And I know that many are ready to awake and truly tap into their potential, which can only happen through balance. So what are the ways to come into balance? The best way that I've found is to take time to ground every day, to walk the earth, and to do so with consciousness. Let the earth show you, in her gentle, safe way, whatever needs love and acceptance. Often this is to face your fears, the darker aspects of your subconscious, if you wish to wholly ascend your consciousness. Get into your body every day. Work out. Find a physical exercise that you love. I find martial arts as a great way to balance all the meditation and spirit work I do. And I remember watching a documentary, it was years ago, of this amazing spiritual grandmaster who could perceive people around him, without even opening his eyes. He could fight them wearing a blindfold, and he was just so adept in his martial arts. But to balance that, he would paint the most delicate pictures while standing on a rack of eggs. And it was amazing. He just balanced that yin and yang. And I find that martial arts is such a physical, masculine process. It really balances the meditative side of me as well. But perhaps for you it might be different. You might enjoy the physical side of yoga, like running, swimming, something that helps you to integrate all those internal shifts, those energy shifts that are taking place in each moment. A little side note, getting into your body each day will make you happier. It'll make you not be bothered so much about other people and what they're doing. You'll have less ailments as well. Some would call them Ascension-based symptoms, those little niggles, headaches, sweats, even heart palpitations many report as they ascend. All of these will lessen because you're allowing the energy to be integrated every day through your body, and you feel great in the process. I gained a lot of perspective through practicing Kundalini Yoga, a wonderful ally that equally connects you to your bliss as well as all aspects of your being to help maintain a neutral balance, a neutral state of awareness. Kundalini Yoga is often termed the householder's yoga, as it was brought to the West to help every person manage these busy times. And we do, don't we? We want everything right now in this busy age. Technology is getting faster, everything seems to be really fast-paced, and Kundalini Yoga, this form, can really provide a way to manage and a way to thrive in this world. It's very fast. Just 1 year of committed practice helps you to master yourself compared to over 20 years of studying another yoga form. I have the privilege of teaching Kundalini Yoga and starting classes in my area and also online Skype sessions, so get in touch if you'd like to know more about that. Other ways to maintain balance is to become an observer of your life rather than a reactive force. A good friend of mine who's finding her balance right now shared with me recently that she feels she has got one foot in one world and one foot in another world, one light, one dark, one foot in the physical world, one in the spiritual world. She sees an aspect of herself still living in the drama and another as the observer. Perhaps that's her two wolves right now. And it all comes down to the choice that she makes. In each moment, as I said, we're either doing one of two things. One, reacting to something that is going on in our physical world, or reacting to the manifestations we've set as to how we wish our life to be. We have trained ourselves often to look through our lacking eyes. It's our conditioning. It's what's been impressed upon us. But times are changing. Instead, we have the opportunity to look through our allowing eyes, what we're creating, what we're manifesting, what we're allowing to be birthed, to tip the balance back in our favour. Conditional love is being replaced with unconditional love, as we accept ourselves, all of ourselves, the good, bad and the ugly. And through integrating our whole being, it's easy then to accept others, their being, their choices and path. Balance comes when we let go of conditions and controls and just allow our inner being to guide. And you know you're balanced when you've released other people's conditions, opinions, judgments upon you. When you don't care what others think of you. You stop dancing to their tune alone. Balance is personal. It's divine freedom to be your whole and magnificent self, to express yourself how you see fit and to enjoy all that life is offering. Balance is to be in harmony with everyone because you've reached that inner harmony within yourself. And once you find your beingness, you can sustain it. Last weekend, I felt I had so much work to do. And with being on maternity leave, I only had a certain amount of time to give to my students. And I was set to do that. I was set to, swap that time that I had for them. But as I sat in the garden at the start of the day to just tune in, I had a clear guidance. And it wasn't a loud message, it was just a subtle knowing to take the day for myself and to spend it with my family. Maintaining the balance meant to put myself first and to let go of the lack of timeness that I had created. All would get done, but first I just had to be. So we could also say that maintaining the balance is harmonizing the doing of life with our human beingness. And isn't it in those moments when we feel most aligned that we gain the clearest of clarity? In fact, most of this podcast came to me when I was in the bath a few days ago. Again, reminded by my soul just to take some time out, just to be. And we don't even have to question that. we should just go for that. Self-love is balance. Alignment is balance. Doing or being what you love is balance. And you know when you have came out of that centered place, when you're not allowing as much in as you're letting out. And this could be the exchange of your energy, time, money, love, joy. And whenever a lack or shortage is fretted over, it just creates more of the same. So perhaps whatever feels out of kilter in your life right now, rather than focusing on its lack, focus on its balance, its abundance. See this relationship, your connection, your bank balance, your health restored. Apply your feelings as well as your belief that there is a steady flow happening in your life, trusting all that you're giving out is returning to you in equal measure. Because it is, truly. But it all starts and ends with you. Before we go to the break, I'm just going to share another little story with you to put this all into context. So when I come out of kilter, I will often pick away at something in my life. I'm sure we all do this. But I do. I self-sabotage a lot, and who gets the brunt of that is whoever is closest to me. And namely, it's my partner, Greg. What a courageous soul he is for going the distance with me. That's all I can say. In the past, when I haven't felt good in myself, I've looked to him to fill the balance. Perhaps in that moment I'll want to receive more love, more romance, more recognition for all I do and am. But of course Greg is never the one that has caused the imbalance or lack of what I felt was missing. I was. My feelings and experience always start and end with me. A bitter pill to swallow, granted, especially when you're not feeling good, when you're blaming the world, when you're blaming others for how you feel. But you never stay out of kilter too long, because balance, alignment, that is our natural state of being. So instead of focusing on what Greg was or was not doing, I took the power back. I knew I didn't have the control to change what Greg was doing, how he was being, or what he was bringing to our relationship, but I did hold the keys to changing how I felt, and how I wanted to feel in his love. I began to catch myself in those moments when I came out of alignment, out of balance, when I had tended to seek love from others instead of allowing the love within me to pour through me. I dismissed any lack coming from Greg, deciding to appreciate all his qualities and really ramping up, amplifying up all those that made my heart sing. And with this, our relationship shifted. Or more rightly, I had shifted and came back into balance, back into my heart. And as ever with this podcast being true to form, today I went to brush my teeth, and Greg had filled my toothbrush with toothpaste, and beside it had put a beautiful little heart charm. So romance is not dead. It's definitely there. So thank you, Greg. And this just goes to show, focus on how you want to feel and you will receive it. It's the law of the universe. It's something that all of us are bound to, and we can get on board with it, we can get in harmony with it, or we can be annoyed at it. So just focus on what you want and you will receive it. Universe does not discriminate, good, bad, or the ugly. It will give it to you. So perhaps why not focus on what you want, what will make you feel good, and we can apply this into our theme. So whatever you would like to balance in your life, career, relationships, finances, your sex life, love life, passion, joy, what would it take for you to seesaw these aspects back into balance? And don't hang out here, don't dwell on this too long, just bring your awareness in and then feel how good it will feel, how it feels right now, to restore the balance, to bring that faith for a steady flow in each area of your life. And just like your breath, you breathe in without a thought for where your next breath is coming from. You just trust it, don't you? You trust that it's going to be there. So apply the same faith here. Balance is your true state of being, and there is enough, more than enough, an infinite supply to go around. And so it is. I'll see you on the other side of this break.
for powerful, on-purpose meditations, visit vibedeck.com/Calista. Active energy journeys to empower prosperity, joy, wellness, and love to flow freely in your life. For online courses and personal sessions, visit facebook.com/Calista Ascension. Be who you came here to be. Arise and shine.
Hi, this is Calista, and I'm excited to share with you that my program, Aligning to Your Crystalline Self, has just 4 days left before enrollment closes for the year. This online course spans 12 months of divine alchemy, supporting your path to ascension, well-being, and living in your joy. It truly is my life's work up until now, and brings you the direct teachings and attunements from 13 of the most on-purpose crystals for our new age. Meet crystal divas, angels, guides, elementals, and merge with ease with your own inner guru. I offer a free Skype session to all that wish to enroll, and right now you can receive 20% off if you sign up in the next 4 days. For more information, visit ethereallight.co.uk or email me at calistaascension@gmail.com. You deserve to live the life you seek, and this course can truly provide you with the tools to make those changes, to shift that energy, and move you into the life that you so deserve. I look forward to supporting you in this beautiful journey. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the Soul Ascension Show with me, your host Calista. Tonight, looking at the theme of balance, how to maintain balance in our life. And we've been discussing how easy it is to express and live in our light, but that will only get us so far in our path. Then we will be faced with a choice whether to continue and just to continue the way that we've been living our life, or to face our darkness, to integrate our shadows, and really gain a higher, more expanded perspective, and really become the master that our soul knows us to be. The crystal advert there that was shared, we don't just have 4 days, we've got all the way up to the end of December to enroll. So if you would like to contact me about that program, please do get in touch. It's going to be open for the next couple of months for accepting new beautiful souls all over the world for 2016. So it's a 12-month course, and we cover a lot of core themes like maintaining balance in order to wholly ascend, with a lot of practical, down-to-earth wisdom shared directly from the elementals, Mother Earth, and of course crystals and the divas. Angels also feature in the course, and now we're going to go into the more angelic side of the podcast, and I want to bring in a little friend of mine. She in no way is little though. She comes forward a huge big presence, Archangel Cassiel and Cassiel's twin flame, Lady Serenity. And as one supreme angel, Cassiel helps to overcome fear and lack, which is often the root of coming out of balance. Cassiel reminds us that when we use our fear as an ally, we regain our power to fulfill our path and purpose and emerge ever radiant. And as she comes forward now, I'm seeing the image of a caterpillar, one about to enter his darkness, his chrysalis, beginning the death of an old way, only to emerge and come into a new way of being as a butterfly, sprouting those wings and enjoying a higher, vaster perspective of life, of creation. And at any time, we may believe that the reality that we live in is all that there is, that is only that truth, and it's complete. But truth is not permanent, it's flexible, and with an open mind and heart, there is always so much more, so much more. Before we go on a transformational journey with Cassiel, I'd like to introduce the way that I see her. everybody sees angels differently. For me, they're mirrors. They mirror to us aspects of our being that we are ready, or sometimes not ready, to face and accept. For Archangel Cassiel, she's not that known, and perhaps it's because she mirrors the darker aspects of the human condition, the guilt, the past, the fears, all those denser aspects of our being that if we ignore, we dismiss parts of our learning, we dismiss the bigger picture. And try as we may to mask the darker aspects of our psyche, this dear angel helps to see these aspects, helps us to show these aspects when we're ready, and helps us to integrate them using divine love. As Cassiel shares, spiritual ascension is not about what you know, it's about integrating what you have to accept every aspect of your being, including strengths and shadows. And when I put together the angel healing system that I now teach worldwide, back in 2009 when it was created, Archangel Cassiel did not feature. She didn't come forward to be represented among the angels of the program. But since the course in 2012, she has been ever present, and she's here because of the collective asking of souls around the world to wake up and to embody all that they are. The first time I attuned people to Cassiel was at a teaching course in Wick, the top end of Scotland, and as I journeyed up on the train, Cassiel came to visit me and said that this course would be the perfect platform in which to introduce her into the angel healing program. She told me that some of the participants of the course already worked with her, some were aware of this, others at a subconscious level, and I obliged Cassiel's request with such excitement for what would unfold over the next few days. When I arrived in Wick, I was greeted by my host, who asked if her daughter could join in the course. Although she was only 10 at the time, I felt to include her in the class, it just felt right. And as I began to tell my host of Cassiel's visit on the train, she looked at me with utter surprise. She asked if Cassiel was a real angel, and I said that she was, and a big smile cast over her face, so much so I had to ask why she was grinning so much. And she told me that her daughter had been visited by an angel who called herself Cassiel, and for the last few weeks they had talked together often. And if I ever doubted Cassiel's involvement in the course, I certainly didn't after that point. And ever since, Cassiel has been around. She's been ever present, helping so many souls on those courses and their clients and their friends and family to really face whatever is out of balance, patterns, old ways of thinking, cycles that no longer serve, to really move through them and to transcend them. And I've seen many angel students either loving the empowering energy of this angel or choosing to ignore her presence. And of course this is because she holds up a clear mirror for our internal shadows and the ways in which we project them into our world. Cassiel shows with no judgment, only love, what we truly are. What we truly are. And if we don't like what we see, we can ask her to help us to see beyond any negative perceptions until we reach that place of inner acceptance. If you think of a yin-yang symbol, this would be the best symbol I could share that represents Cassiel. In this ancient Chinese understanding of how things work, where the outer circle represents everything, while the black and white shapes within the circle represent the interaction of the two energies. And these two energies, called yin, black, masculine, and yang, white, feminine, cause everything to happen. They're not completely white or black, just as things in life are not completely black or white. They cannot exist without each other. And Cassiel reminds us of this. We cannot have light without dark, nor can we appreciate our light if there is no darkness. In this way, Cassiel is one of our greatest teachers if we allow her to be. She can take us in and through our darkness, whether it's caverns of unforgiveness, deep valleys of self-doubt or tangled webs of the past. She sets us free. And through this inner journey, we can appreciate everything we have learnt or has grown as a result, and gently, yet assertively, release the shadow self, accept the shadow self in love, and grow in balance. Because of Cassiel's focus on what we repress, she may first appear to you as a dark colour, almost black when invoked, and don't let this alarm you. Within time, you may see this colour lighten, reflecting your own inner transition with her. Many angel teachers will tell you that seeing black after invoking an angel signifies something dark, negative, evil even. But this is an outdated, fear-based perception, and let it fall away just as much as your shadows do. The way we perceive angels and other divine beings is changing as our collective vibration comes to a more expanded level of truth. And the level of truth that we're arriving to today, I'm sure, will be different down the line as we begin to see more and more off the bigger canvas. But right now, no longer do we need complicated angel invocations, prayers, nothing like that. Cassiel, like all the angels, is just a call away, and she awaits you. She's here for you, and you're worthy of her. You're worthy of that support. When you're in the midst of Cassiel, it's common to feel emotional. She works with our emotional body, the element of water. She helps us to hear and follow our inner voice of our heart, to trust the guidance that we're given, to transcend the ego mind, that monkey mind, to move beyond those illusions, to get off those spacecrafts that I was talking about before, to really come into the truth of your path and purpose, to ignore what anybody else is doing, and to sing to your own tune, to do what you wish, to be who you wish to be. And before we go into the meditation, she's just also saying that she can act as your guardian angel, your guiding force if you wish, and she will help to bridge you between the third dimension to fourth and also into fifth when you're ready. She will take you back home, she's saying. That's lovely. She'll take you back home, back into your heart, back into balance. Just going to look and see how much time we have. Okay, beautiful souls. She would like to take you into meditation. I'm just going to hold space for that. So if you would like to get yourself into a comfortable position and just listening to your body, if that means to lay down, sit up, just doing whatever feels good. And if you're not driving, then just closing your eyes, getting comfortable, taking a long, deep breath into your belly, letting it expand out. And breathing out. Even putting your hands on your belly, breathing in, letting yourself expand. Breathing into your hands and breathing out. Your breath coming from creation, returning to creation, always in balance, always there for you. And as you breathe, just allow that rhythm, that steady rhythm, to relax you. To draw you inward. Into a place of peace within. Perhaps that place of peace is within your heart center. Just taking yourself into your heart, breathing in and breathing out. And just feeling your feet connecting to the ground or your sit bones, whatever is connecting to the earth. Just feeling yourself here, present, grounded. With each breath, you're detaching ever more from dramas, worries, concerns, other people, other things. Letting all go. Being free to be here, to be right now. Imagining gorgeous, strong roots growing down from your sit bones, from the soles of your feet, travelling all the way down into the earth. And as much as they travel down, they spread out, connecting to all of creation and the earth. And out of all these roots that flow down through you, there's a huge big tap root, central root, that connects you all the way down and down, down and down, right into the core of the planet, into that red ruby center of Mother Gaia, letting your taproot connect into her heart, feeling her, breathing the earth up into your body. Doesn't that feel good? Pure earthly strength, steadiness, security, sustenance, breathing it all up from the earth and out through your being. Breathing up the earth, breathing out into your space. Once more, breathing up earth energy, breathing it out, filling your room now, dissolving away anything that shouldn't be here. Any energies, connections that are not of divine love, Mother Earth just saps them away, dissolves them away in her brilliance. There they go, leaving you. Just you and Mother Earth. Asking the earth for the energy of balance in your life, stability, security, steady flow into whatever areas you feel need it at this time. The earth specifically helps you with feeling secure in your home, in your body, financially secure, secure in love, secure in energy levels, staying strong, connected to the earth. Now take your attention upwards from your heart center all the way up to the top of your body and out through the crown of your head now. Taking your awareness out through your home, up into the clouds, up into creation, into the sky, as we meet with Father Sky, all of creation that isn't the earth. And as much as you buried your roots, build your tree, extend your branches all the way up into the heavens, connecting your branches out to the sides in every direction, connecting to your spiritual ancestors, your loved ones, guides, angels, allowing one strong, huge, big trunk of your tree, that taproot, all the way up into the heart of creation. Perhaps seeing that as the central sun to a planet, to the grid around the earth or beyond, connecting to all that isn't the earth now. breathing down this strong, beautiful energy into your body. This clear knowing, this clarity, intuition, this confidence. Breathing into your heart. Breathing out into your space. Breathing down the energy of creation. Breathing it out into your space around you. Once more, drawing down all the sustenance from creation, from every star, from every planet, from every galaxy, all the way down into your body and out through your heart into your space now. Dissolving away anything that shouldn't be here. Only you, the earth, your power, and creation here. And asking your Divine Father to bring in balance into anything that's not earthly in your life. To bring balance perhaps to your connection with Source. Balance to your ability to trust yourself, to trust others, to trust how your path's unfolding. To bring in the balance of your gifts, your talents, your ability to understand yourself, to understand others. Breathing in and balancing compassion, kindness, intuition, clarity. And anything else that is inspired right now in this moment. And now see your heart chakra, your heart center, the yin yang. One side white with a black spot, the other side black with a white spot. Both forces, the hero, the destructor, the light, the dark, the feminine, the masculine. And containing these aspects, your heart center, now in complete balance. You're balancing the earth in your heart. You're balancing creation in your heart. Both sides. Both yin-yangs within you. You're holding this all together with your consciousness. With your presence. Enjoying how this feels. All has balanced in your life. There is a steady flow of everything. And as you give, so you receive in equal measure. You are provided for and cared for and supported. There is nothing for you to worry about. The light and the dark within you, earth and creation, are friends. Held together by your love, by your consciousness, now and always, and so it is. Asking Archangel Cassiel to come forward into your presence if it's right for you. Cassiel, loving sister, may bestow a gift for all of us here today. A gift that helps our individual path. So we may ascend into the potential that our soul knows us to be, the potential that we were born with. May you bestow that gift on us now, with the clarity for what it represents and how to use it. Thank you, and so it is. Accepting this gift, perhaps putting it in your heart too, your infinite heart. We thank Cassiel as we ask her to step back. And we'll gently close that meditation, maintaining that taproot down into the earth and the connection up to all that is, feeling in centered balance, starting to wiggle your toes, your fingers to gently wake up, coming back into the present moment. And we'll close the podcast with gratitude. Thank you for being here. If you've enjoyed the show, please share it on your communities, on your Facebook and network pages. And until the next time, arise and become infinite. You are the one that you've been waiting for.
You have been listening to the Soul Ascension Show with your host, Calista. Come join our community page at facebook.com/Calista Ascension. Share your feedback to support others to rise up and shine. Be inspired. Be creative. Be your radiant self. All is here for you.